Kia ora, welcome to Healing Homies, where we do oracle readings for the Healing Collective. Today we have the full moon and eclipse in Pisces, so we're looking at or focusing in on what is it that the collective's wanting to be released or needing to be released, and what is coming in once that energy's moved out. Sometimes during eclipse and full moon seasons, energies can be really intense, so you may be feeling like any healing or accomplishments you've had internally, or like with your relationship with self, or even in your loving whānau relationships, if you feel like you've gone a bit backwards, it could be this energy purging out some shit that no longer is serving. So don't get caught up in the mental chatter if it is a bit excessive at this time. What that could mean for you is that there's been things in life that have darkened your spirit, crushed your heart, and we all have our korero, our story around our healing. And then when you are intentionally wanting to make that better, some people can get stuck in holding on to the story of darkness, and that being the foundation they work from, or the story they keep telling themselves, I can't do this because this has happened. And I think if you're seeing this, now's the time that we're wanting to move that storyline for you so that you can move forward, because I feel like collectively there's a bit of a crossroads coming up with just what you're accepting energetically into your life. So there's like one path that you've traveled before, and this path is one where shit pisses you off or makes you upset or genuinely hurts you, and you don't speak up about it because it's just too much admin to speak up about it, because either you want to please, or you don't want to start conflict. But there's a new path that's opening up, if we can let that go, is kind of like a new beginning, I suppose, where those shadows aren't as significant, and they're more like there is just a new awareness coming in there. Okay, so if any of that resonated, this reading could be for you. So let's pull some cards, please, now, Spirit, for this healing collective, and what they're needing to focus on and releasing from their energetic field at this time, please, Spirit. What needs to be released? Okay, we are releasing your magic, number 25, Moonlight Enchantment. We got some shadow here over this full moon. Number 25. So yeah, I think there is a little bit of kind of caging your own magic or caging your own light at this time by not speaking up for yourself. We've got a wolf howling here. Like, when your internal environment is howling at you to say something, it is time to say something, even if that's something you're starting to have a talk with yourself. Like, if you're the one that's doing something that actually upsets you, but there's like I feel like there's an abrupt energy that's super like boom, and kind of like dropping a bomb on unsuspecting people, and that's how you've either been receiving information or delivering it, and that's no longer in alignment. Like, yeah, there's needs to be a softening to your own shadow and to your own light here. Okay, so they're wanting you to focus on loving both aspects of self, and yeah, opening up that voice. Okay, so what is the potential challenge here for the collective with focusing on bringing their magic through? Daffodil, fairy, new beginnings, number 10. You could have someone who is going on a journey, or you could be someone who's going on a journey with an illness, a sickness, a life changing illness here, and in that is this new, there is a way that you can now show up with your magic as it's protecting you, as you honor what is happening. Yeah, so the challenge is like when you're choosing between carrying on down the path that you know what it's like and how you feel about it, versus this new beginning where you allow your magic to be enchanting to yourself and to those around each other. Or maybe it's like you believe in magic, or you have a spiritual belief that you're wanting to ground in and actually practice and have devoted quiet time or community time and honoring how those belief systems support magic coming into your life. And through those and through that, with this newfound spiritual strength is your new beginning. And I think in this case it does feel like a spiritual union with your own magic, so that when you are coming back into yourself, your ability to show up for anyone regardless of what their circumstances will feel more authentic and will be more fulfilling for you, because you're there, you're present, you're with them in what they're experiencing or going through. And if this is you that is the one that is unwell, being present to yourself, like your spirit is something separate from your illness, from your injury, and the way you uffy yourself and treat yourself during this time in here and in here is the chance at a new beginning for you, a new energy. Okay, so what is your advice here, Spirit, with this new beginning and reconnecting with collective's magic? Okay, so now we've got Spirit Guardian of Winter, number 38, with retreat. So there is that protection. So you may feel like it is time to just put your energy into your own self at this time. It's like I Spirit wants you to know that they're not leaving you out in the cold, okay? They're actually calling you home, which is why what's unfolding is unfolding. They're wanting you to take this new path, but they want you to see why. They want you to know that they're spiritually supporting you as well, even if it does feel like you've been given the cold shoulder in some aspects, and that maybe the reason that you don't have some answers at this stage is just because you're needing to retreat and needing to rest, and Spirit knows you so well that if they were to provide the answers you're asking for right now, you wouldn't experience this reconnection with your magic and have this opportunity for a new beginning. Okay, oh, so much love for the collective. And we've got B Spirit Prosperity on the bottom. busy bee. So you're potentially a hard worker in the physical realm, and that has been super evident. And I do feel like there's been a bit of push-pull with you being a hard worker and then missing out on the honey and sharing the honey with other people, or I don't know, and then being a little bit upset about it. Like, you know, there needs to be a change here where you're your first priority. And there needs to be a change in your understanding of how you being your first priority ripples out healing to the ones you love and the ones you do want to show up for. Okie dokie. Let's get some tarot theme cards out now for this reading. So change is coming. Change is imminent right now. Okay, and it's kind of like, for some of you, it feels like change, like finally, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting to feel the embodiment of your knowledge and what you have learnt about self, or what you are wanting to learn. Okay, so now we've got... Okay, we're going this way. So we've got number 7, move, with the Chariot. Move towards your magic. That is like the one there. It's very much like a releasing of things that move you away from your own heart space. Things that don't serve you at all. Like, they're wanting me to be like, with the M's coming out in this row, what is your medicine here? Is movement your medicine? Is quiet time and retreating your medicine? Everything is either a medicine or a poison. Get clear on what is what for you, okay? So yeah, making change, moving. Also, these hands are giving, you know, like spiritual union as well. Like, you are really wanting to nourish your inner compass and moving from a place where that's like your intuition, but also where your heart is wanting to go as well. And then on Daffodil Fairy with New Beginnings, we have number 9 of Swords, Darkest Fears. Excuse me. Whew. So yeah, even looking at this card and what does it bring up for you, there's an ending here with the number 9 coming through, which is great because it's on this new beginning. And we've got a masculine energy here too. There is an ending for some people about mind control, mind manipulation, where the effects of being subject to that harm is now being purged from your system. The challenges, like we said at the start, whether you go down the path of accepting bullshit, like accepting the harm that is being given to you and like receiving that, as opposed to leaving it behind and having a new beginning. And I don't mean that to brush over the experience. It's about you liberating that self that experienced this energy in the moment in a relationship, and leaving it behind, okay? Because to some degree, when you experience such a mind control, you then learn how to be controlling of your own self as well. But the darkest fears has come on new beginnings, okay? So it is time to release it. It is time for it to go. And it looks like an eclipse on the card, doesn't it? Yeah. It could be, like, it's not fully a moon cycle, but it is giving, like, phases of the moon as well. So, in this new beginning, even sinking in with the moon and what phase she is in and how that resonates to your own energy, whether you relate and you're like, yeah, I'm feeling like how the moon's feeling, which is full and bright, or dark and shadowy, or maybe you're feeling the opposite. So there is kind of like a release from this masculine energy and then welcoming in your own feminine energy that was a little bit held hostage in this situation. And if you were to continue down the path of not voicing your fears, not voicing your manifestations, not voicing your pleasure or your desires or your dreams, this energy is going to come back around, okay? Because it's kind of like scaring you to let it go. Like there's like a fuck, is that still how I feel about this shit? And I've like, it's been X amount of time since I was in that situation. It could have been years ago that this happened, but it's coming up now to be fully released. You know how, you know. Okay, so then on retreat, we've got the Magician with manifest. So yeah, they're wanting you to manifest in with this new compass towards your magic. It's like maybe you spent a lot of energy manifesting safety and security and financial security, emotional security, and then like well-being and health. So it is now time, as you retreat, as you let go of these storylines that are outdated and expired. What have you got up your sleeve next? Okay, you have all the tools, and it is time to choose which one you want to be working on, especially about what you're wanting to manifest in your internal space. How do you want to feel? What does prosperity mean to you? Like, how would you prosper in a time of turmoil versus how would you prosper in a time of celebration? These are things to think about for you. And then we had number 19, shine. So she's shining. She ain't caged. She's liberated herself. She knows her light is her birthright, and she's using it to channel peace, calm, serenity, and happiness. So yeah, there is a reunion with your light. And it could potentially be more like a feminine light that is coming through. Okay, we're going to clarify, please. What else does collective need to know here, please, Spirit? Okay, on magic and move, we have Queen of Wands with charisma. Yeah, you're getting your power back. You're getting your charm back. Well, not back. It's just, it's feeling safe enough to resurface now. And even going further with that, being bolder, being brazen, using all your tools and knowing this girl knows that she has everything she needs within herself, but that she is deserving of all blessings that come her way, and she is manifesting those blessings, and she has such a comfort in her own magic and in her own relationship with spirit that she is on her throne and she's just doing her. Okay, so charisma, being part of your medicine right now. And if you're not feeling at all charismatic, start noticing and enjoying other people's charisma as your medicine. Like, oh, I really enjoyed that. Like, I really, yeah. And then on new beginnings and darkest fears, we have number 9, the hermit, solitude. So we've got 9 here. The hermit card is all about going within to find your light within the dark. Traditionally, he's like holding a lantern, and like going through a cave. But here we have a hermit who is in solitude, and he's got his eyes closed and he's meditating. So Spirit is really wanting you in your quiet time to feel secure enough to call Spirit in to help you during these introspective times. And it's just giving like a sense of like everything's gone quiet. I'm feeling really relaxed. I feel like I've got enough oxygen flowing through my body. And I can feel my own energy and how that it's mine and that is part of my sovereignty. So this is part of your new beginning too, okay? Is that being your baseline, 2222. And then on retreat and manifest, we have Crossroads. Did we mention that? Yeah, we did. So the goddess of Crossroads is goddess Hecate. I just know of her. I have not worked with her, but I'm just saying that because I mean, we got confirmation on the word crossroads. So this card is, yeah, it's your choice, babe. What do you want? Do you want magic in your life? Or do you want to continue this? No, you do not. That's why this card is here, okay? So, what are you going to choose? What are you going to choose? You have a choice. And you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Okay, you are in charge of your kingdom, your body, your sovereignty, and what environment you put it in is up to you totally. But there is an opportunity here to retreat and go within and manifest, choosing the new beginning, manifesting whatever you want that new beginning to look like, and releasing what this other path represents for you. Okay, we'll get another card on that, I think. And then on shine we have 6 of Wands, achievement. Okay, so this isn't coming through to bullshit you and trip you up and go, haha, you trusted Spirit and something bad happened. This is for you to feel it. And an achievement like this is something felt. It is not something signed on a piece of paper and given to you. It's not a trophy. It's nothing like that. The abundance in this reconnection with your magic, with Spirit, bringing you closer to your loved ones that are unseen, is the achievement. Receiving signs that you are on the right path is part of your achievement, okay? Oy. Okay, we're going to clarify Crossroads. Yeah, Seven of Swords, deceit coming through on the Two of Swords with Crossroads. So I think there is a fear here for you that needs to be acknowledged but released, because there's been a betrayal there, when maybe the betrayal ended in you being angry with spirit or the universe or God or whoever, and not understanding why that would occur for you. Okay, what else is this deceit about here for spirit, collective spirit? Deceit. It's like making you scared to choose a new path. Insecurity. Yeah, there's that mental, emotional harm that you've experienced. It's really has brought up a lot of insecurity, and maybe your insecurities have ended up with you in not in the best health with yourself, you know, like feeling bad, falling onto coping strategies that block the feeling of being bad. Whereas now we're releasing the narrative that you're bad, or that you're ugly, or that you're lazy, or anything to do with shit that's negative to you. Okay, so we've got Nine of Swords here with trauma. Like, they're really wanting to say, we know, we see you, we hear you, and we were with you. Okay, and wanting to bring this ending through. We've got Nine of Swords here twice now. Okay, ending the trauma, and like ending the trauma in a way that we're ending it being on repeat in your mind. Like, yeah, Knight of Wands with immaturity. Okay, so this person, potentially masculine, potentially a feminine, it can resonate anyway, was really stuck in their immaturity, and because of that they've caused deceit. They haven't been truthful. They've played on your insecurity because they weren't able to show up for you in your confident light self, because that would have brought their insecurity to the forefront. So they actually were in their way coping, but for you causing a lot of harm. Okay, so now we're replacing that with the Hierophant. This is spirit guiding you now. Okay, you have been shown a journey and a trauma that is fucked with your ability to manifest in your blessings, and it's blocked you. But through this reading, we're releasing that. Okay, we're doing that together. Yeah, spirit's wanting to show you a whole new world. Okay, a whole new world where you're in control of you and what is coming onto your path. Well, you're not in control of what shows up on your path. You're in control of how you respond to it. And I think this journey that you've been on, or this past trauma, which could be, it feels like a long time ago for some of you, that this happened, you're now able to respond better to those situations where emotional harm just doesn't fuck with you anymore, because you've got this charisma about you that you're reuniting with. Okay, and through that, pulling in your blessings. Yes. Okay. Okay, so I think part of your medicine here is empathy, because I'm not finished here, okay? So I don't want to miss anything, and I don't want anything to feel like they're left behind, because when we feel like we've left something behind, that's why we keep the old path open and we ignore the new path, because we're like, there's still something sitting over there that's part of you. Part of you. Empathy. So maybe we're using this, or they're wanting to bring it up because the journey that you went on is now going to be your medicine, and where you can show up in empathy. Like we talked about potentially having a sick family member or an unwell person. Perhaps they're unwell in an emotional sense, in a mental sense, because of experiencing a similar trauma or harm that you have been through in the past, and now you're coming in with your beautiful medicine of empathy and charisma for self first. But I just can feel that it would mean a lot to you to be able to use this trauma, this insecurity, this deceit, to be able to help someone see someone else, so that they don't spend so long in the dark. Okay? Okay. I really want to pull a fairy card. I just want to get one fairy card to go with these two double queen energies. What is the... Why do I need to pull a fairy card here, Spirit? Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. Moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Moderation, okay? Okay. I think this moderation card's coming through so that you don't get addicted to your own magic. Don't get addicted to your own charisma and to your own ability to be empathic. You're still wanting to be in the most fertile moment, which is the present moment, in which you can receive guidance and magic. But there was something about waiting for an answer, wanting this answer from Spirit, being a little bit frustrated that you haven't got the answer, but you needing to be left out in the cold a little bit so that you would go deeper within yourself to suss things. And I think this is why the moderation card's coming through. So with all of this, take it in moderation to whatever is relevant to your situation as you're watching this. You can rewatch this as many times as you need to receive the healing, okay? So we are now going to get an ending oracle here for this message, please, Spirit. And I'll read this one from the book. What is the collective needing to know here? And wrap it up. We have number 43, liberation, free spirit, wild and authentic. Just let me be. So lots of bee energy here. Okay. Number 43, liberation. Free spirit, wild, authentic, and carefree. Affirmation spell. I am unapologetically being myself. I connect with my wild. Raging waters, the one who cannot be caged, the wildflower, the heart that is free. The liberated spirit is not one who has changed or is different now. They just stop being everything they are not. They stop being who others wanted them to be, how the world said they should be. The free spirit calls you near, carefree and unapologetic. They dance barefoot beneath the moon, hair flying in the wind. They swim naked in the vast ocean, feeling big and small all at once. It doesn't matter who may be watching. It isn't for others. It's for the revival and invigoration of their own spirit. It is to connect with the great goddess. The free spirit runs barefoot on endless fields of wildflowers and even wildfires, following her bliss, chasing her passion, and listening to her intuition. Over all else, she values the freedom of her soul and the adventure of her life. She drinks straight from the cool, clear waterfall of what spirit has to bring her. Tears of gratitude fill her eyes as she deeply experiences the fullness of her existence, appreciating the so muchness of it all. Pulling this card invites you to welcome more of this energy at this time. There is an irresistible freedom that comes with connecting to this part of the divine feminine. It is wild, unapologetic, and faithfully surrendered. It is unhinged, unfiltered, erratic, and creative bliss. And we need it, or our soul cannot thrive. Our primal self needs to let out a loud yell every now and then. The wild animal within us must be allowed to break free. This is part of keeping a healthy soul. Okay, healing homies, I'll leave that with you. From my heart to your heart, keep healing. I'll see you out there.